Hello. Get the CCP in. Election. That's going to be pointless, isn't it? People keep telling you to vote. Oh, it's how dead important that you vote. It isn't. Because no matter who you vote for, this time, as every election under neoliberal capitalism, you will be voting for the continuation of Margaret Thatcher's policies. So, there's no point, and I'm here to explain for you why, in some shit notes that I've written, and nice easy content grab around the time of the election. I'll just put this a bit more over there so I'm on the middle. Oh, there we go. Starmer, Thatcher, Sunak, Thatcher, Ed Davey, seems a nice fella, but still, Thatcher, and Farage, it ends in ER, but the H is at the beginning. It's not really looking up, is it? People have a go at you when you say voting's pointless. Like they did to Russell Brand, but I'm not him in many ways. Always, don't align yourself with him. So billionaires voting for Labour should tell you everything you need to know. People who aren't versed in the immortal science of Marxist-Leninism like myself may need to learn this. Whatever a billionaire billionaire cunt says they're going to vote for, don't vote for them, because what they are doing is going to further their interests and not yours. Now I do realise I've said, how annoying it is, preachy, people saying, go out to vote, but the difference between me and them is I'm right and they're wrong. It's very important that. But for a bit of evidence for billionaires voting Labour, so you've got Theo Paphitis, which I will insert here somewhere.
You're backing Labour this time. Why?
I think I got very, very tired, along with the rest of the population, with the shenanigans, the chaos, the deceitful nature of the Tories over the last, I won't say totally 14 years, but certainly over the last 10 years. I mean, there comes a time where you can't keep believing you can fool all the people all of the time. We need stability and, Robert, we need some adults in the room.
And you've got this cunt whose only qualification for being asked questions on mainstream news is that he's got a lot of money. I'll insert his opinion here.
What Keir has done, as far as I can see, has taken all the left out of the Labour Party, and he's come out with a brilliant set of values and principles and ways of growing Britain in complete alignment with my views as a commercial capitalist.
Not all.
And finally, just another insertion, Wes Streeting saying that the NHS's profit is not a dirty word. NHS's can be binned off, just to reinforce my point that I'm right, essentially. There you go.
Is there to make a profit. It's a business.
Yeah.
So they'll be profiting off NHS failure, will they?
Well, firstly, profit is not a dirty word in our country, and I want business to be successful.
I remember her saying to me as a teenage boy once when she was really, really ill, and we were wondering what to do. She took my hand and she said, "You won't let your dad go private, will you?" And it was so important to her. However ill she was, as a matter of absolute principle, she felt that you shouldn't make money from ill health. And it is a matter of principle. It's an absolute matter of principle.
So this is among many reasons why voting for Labour is in some ways worse than voting for the Tories this time. Voting for Keir Starmer's Labour what's going to happen is the left discredited for a generation. Everything that will happen under Starmer, he will be deeply unpopular within a very short period of time because he's a deeply unlikable person with no difference in his politics between him and the current reigning, capitalist overlords. So there's going to be no difference. And he's very unlikable. I only talk like this, and he never stops going on about his fucking dead cunt of a toolmaker dad that nobody's asked about. Left discredited for a generation. All problems get worse. And also, with Israel-Palestine, sort of should indicate that you shouldn't bother voting for them because they're on the side of genocide. Pretty elementary, really. Don't vote for people who are happy to endorse genocide and let it happen and do nothing about it. So, that's really. I can't really think of a better way of illustrating my point that there's no point voting for Labour, and if you do, it's your own fault. So don't bother. Just stay at home. Have a nice day. I know the Euros it's the first day of the Euros where it's not on, so there's not a lot to do. But why bother going down a primary school or wherever it is they host, or library? There's none of them anymore anyway. So don't bother going voting. It can't be asked finding. When have you been to the library? Nobody goes to the library. It's Amazon. So just stay at home and don't vote for a genocidal psychopath who will make your life worse. And that's all your options. That's all of the options are a genocidal psychopath that will make your life worse. It makes sense to me to just fucking stay at home. This is, the trend of all elections in the Western world nowadays. A neoliberal centrist versus outright fascism. But the difference being here, you've got two outright fascist parties, both the Tories and Reform. So there's a little bit different. Usually there's only one. But I think people are forgetting that also that together, plus the Lib Dems, plus the Labour Party itself, you're going to have about 90% of the vote voting for right-wing parties, which doesn't bode well, considering the fact that Western civilization's falling apart due to neoliberal capitalism and its stranglehold upon global society for the past 5 decades. Is there any hope? No, there isn't. But don't get me wrong, it will be very funny to watch Tory party cunts lose their seat. So I will be staying up till God knows what time, watching Sunderland upon Y or whatever, fucking Thanet North, all these places, get rid of whoever they've got in, who's probably a cunt. Well, definitely. That is something to enjoy, don't get me wrong. Not going to take joy away like that. So, just like as philosopher King Eugene here illustrates perfectly my feelings on the matter. Right, I've rambled enough now, I think. We'll do some predictions tomorrow, shall we? That'll be fun, because I'll be right. We'll do a bit of pre-election predictions. That's the word, and then a bit of posts. So when it's been and done, so expect that in the next few days, and then I'm thinking of doing some more ranting like this because Twitter has a character limit, and I feel people need to be made aware that salvation awaits in the immortal science of Marxist-Leninism, and by sending all of your political enemies to Siberia and willing the ghost of Robespierre back to life for a good old guillotining. Yeah. So that's that. Don't follow, like, subscribe, guys. All that shit below there. You know what to do. Yeah. Right. Okay. See you on the other side of global fascism.